Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Tim and Rach with the Bush Group here at NextHome Experience, bringing you our weekly podcast. Today is the 15th of March, and Rach, I know we say it every podcast, another snowstorm.
Oh
they
my
just keep
goodness.
they just keep following us. The good news is we're almost out of March, and we are on the verge of spring here in Maine, and things are starting to really pop up. So I know we just got back from Houston. We were down there for our Next Home National Conference for a week. And when I got back yesterday, I was driving around and I could see grass. So a lot of the snow had started to melt, and the nor'easter last night kind of brought it all back. But Rach, spring is coming. We are extremely excited. I think our clients are excited. I know we personally got out of the seasonal depression last week, so it was nice to have a little fun in the sun, get a
Oh
little
yeah.
85-degree weather, and just to let everyone know, it's not snowing in the rest of the world right now. So there will be some fun coming soon.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't even believe. I mean, I think that they estimated we were supposed to get like a foot here in Greater Portland area. And I would be surprised if we even got 3 or 4 inches. Like there was really just no snow down here, and it's starting to warm up. It's starting to drip off the roof right now. So, I have a feeling. I had my fingers crossed that this is our last nor'easter, but maybe by our next podcast next Tuesday, then we're gonna have another one. So
Nothing in the forecast, I hope. Nothing in the
I
forecast.
hope not. No, no.
So
But so
we had a
obviously,
great week.
yeah. No, I mean, so for us here, so Dan and I obviously, we stayed back and we kind of held down the fort here in Southern Maine, and also in Northern Maine as well, because we went live with our Pittsfield listing and did an open house, and we were super busy while you guys were gone. But we definitely still are feeling that shift that we were talking about in our last podcast, where listings are coming on the market. And I think I told you yesterday when I had called you, a listing came on the market. I sent it to my client within 3 or 4 minutes of it being on the market, and we had an offer submitted less than an hour later. So, and granted, that offer was a very strong offer, but there's multiple offers, and they're still adhering by the deadline. So, the market here in Southern Maine is still really hot. It's still really strong, and really, as the weeks pass on here in 2023, I'm getting this feeling like maybe this year will be a little bit of a repeat of last year. But I hate to predict that, but still. So we obviously held down the fort here in snowy Maine, and you guys really lived it up in Houston, and loved all the content that you guys send and that we were able to post on the page and all that, which probably a lot of you guys have seen too. But Tim, if you wouldn't mind telling some people, what were your favorite parts of conference, and what are some of the favorite things that you guys brought back to Bangor?
So I'm not sure how this helps our clients any on this one, but it was fun. I don't know if it's made it on social media yet. I rode a mechanical bull.
Yes, and that needs to make it on social media. I'm
That
actually going to
definitely
be
needs to make it
excited.
on social. Not only did I ride a mechanical bull, I had the full blown cowboy hat on, and I was actually wearing a three-piece orange suit with the orange shoes. So that was pretty comical. But that definitely needs to make it on the social channel very, very,
It
very
does.
soon,
It does.
because that was a blast. Um, but no, we are not bringing that back to help our clients. I don't know how that would, but that was a lot of fun. Um, I think the connections, we made a lot of really great connections over the course of the week. We have some amazing next homies from across the country that we just got to collaborate with, share with, um, talk to kind of what they're doing. Obviously, we've had Zach McReynolds on this podcast. We get to hang out with Zach in person. We get to hang out with some people from down in Florida. I spent a lot of time with Alex Crum, really great guy out of Florida. Another group we hung out with was out of Idaho. I hung out with John Scheid a lot, newer agent with Heath Van Patten, Treasure Valley out there in Idaho. John's a phenomenal human being. So we get to talk with a lot of those people, and there were hundreds of other people that we got to talk to. We can't name them all on here, but listening to how they do real estate in their area and some of the technology they're using that truthfully we don't really see anyone using up here currently, and it just kind of tells us that's a trend that's on the way. So I think being ahead of the technology curve is a big thing when you go to a national conference like this, just to see what's new and up and coming. Because not that we're not on the tip of the spear here, but I do feel like we're a little bit further behind than, say the West Coast on some of the technology things that they're doing and incorporating. So I think just to bring some of those things back are really exciting for what we can do for our clients.
Yeah, yeah, no, and from obviously all the pictures and all the Snapchats and all the Instagrams and all that stuff, it really seemed like you particularly made a lot of connections with a ton of
Yeah.
agents across the country, which was so exciting to see.
Mhm.
While we were back here in Portland, I was having a conversation with another Next Homie in Bangor, and we were trying to work up some showing details for a showing that they needed down here, and we just eventually got onto the conversation of just like how great Next Home is all together, like. I really have not come across a Next Homie that I just haven't absolutely loved and vibed with and had like a really great conversation with. Everybody is so willing to share their knowledge, and so willing to just help everybody and kind of create this community. And that's why I think Next Home is really just so great. So, and I know the conference really obviously solidifies that for you guys this year too. But and then this year was obviously really big for you, being named one of Next Home's coaches, and then being able to speak up on the stage there multiple times, which is a huge honor. So how was that?
Thank you. No, that was really exciting. I'm still processing. I'm going to put a video out later this week, kind of about recapping that experience. But it was extremely humbling and honoring to be able to be up on the stage and present in the sessions to our Next Home agents. I think one of the things about that is like I'm not a nervous public speaker ever. I really actually enjoy speaking. Anyone who knows me knows that. Really wouldn't have a podcast if I didn't enjoy speaking. Um, but I did get a little nervous, mainly because these individuals that are coming to conference, they're paying to get knowledge from individuals to go back and help their business. So I took that to heart, for the people that we were speaking to be like, these people are coming to my session to hear what I have to say about real estate, so they can take this back and better their business and help their clients. So I prepped for a long time on that conference on what to say and how to present it in the best possible way. And it really meant a lot to me to be able to be up on that stage to do that for our agency and our company nationwide. And it was something I'll never forget for sure. The experience, the friends I made from it, and then being named a national coach with Next Home was just another great honor. Really excited about that platform that's rolling out. The great thing about that is it doesn't take away from my current business that we're doing or the team. It just adds another layer to it of depth of what we've got for material information and connections nationwide. I just think the connections that we made through that experience were absolutely amazing, unforgettable, and things that will transform our business for years to come.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, thinking about obviously you being a coach and like surface level, some people would think, oh, he's going to be tied up way more. But
Mhm.
for me, obviously being a teammate on your team, it then opens up all of these doors and all of these opportunities with all of these other great agents. Because I know that all of these other, I think there's what, is there 12 of them?
I think there's 10.
10?
10,
Okay.
yep.
So all of these 10 other agents have all of these other connections, and you're going to be in contact with them on what, a weekly, a monthly basis. So
Yeah,
granted, if we need anything else across the country, all of the new tech, all of that stuff, I feel like Maine, we're kind of on like as things move technology wise, it really starts from West Coast and then moves to East Coast. And I feel like we're kind of the tail end. So I'm really excited, obviously, that you're going to get that opportunity. You're going to get to connect with more Next Homies, and then granted, open up more opportunities for the team, which is just phenomenal. So yeah, we are so thrilled for you. But
yeah. No,
um,
that's a great connection, like you just said. I mean, we've already got a group chat going between all of us with the coaching and everything like that. So it's just one of those things. It's constant communication. Um, and they want to come up here and hang out. We talked about having a retreat a few times a year to where we all get together in person, not just at conference. So a lot of fun things I think on the horizon with that. But yeah, it definitely doesn't hinder anything with our business. It only adds additional layers of depth to it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
makes it
So I
better, I
mean,
think.
questions for that. I guess like my overall question, because you and I really have not had really a moment to talk since you've been back. The whole coaching thing, is this for
Yeah.
like just individual agents, like Next Home agents that need a boost in their business and really just want to, pick your brain? Is it for team members? Like who is this kind of catered toward?
Yeah, so it is going to be it is a Next Home program within Next Home, to Next Home agents. So definitely it's catered to Next Home agents, something that we're going to be doing nationwide. Really excited about that. It's I think the number one thing when you look at like coaching and everything like that is it's not about recreating someone's business. It's just finding what they're doing and how they're working to see how you can help them. I think one of the things that I enjoy about what they're trying to do with this platform and program is that we're all next home working agents. None of us are out of production. So we know the technology and the tools that each individual has. So, it's easier to help on that line because, we're helping coach individuals that have the same tools, technology, and programs we have, and we're using them integrated in our business already. So I think that's a member benefit there for sure for our agents.
Exactly. Yeah, no. And I mean, thinking about me as the solo agent too sometimes. And I was talking to Dan, I was like, I don't know what we would do without Tim. And so, in the event that we were solo agents, I would want somebody like Tim. I would want a coach like Tim.
Yeah.
I would want somebody who I could go to, run things through, for marketing perspectives and all that. It's just nice to have somebody like that. So, granted, you and whoever the 10 other people are, which I'm excited to see who they are too, because of course I haven't met them, but I'll see them next year at conference.
Yes, you will.
But
You're too
I'm
sweet
really
sometimes.
thankful.
Rach doesn't give herself enough credit. Rach could do this without me. Rach is amazing. So, you guys, your and Dan's business has flourished because of you. I've been happy to be a part of the process truly, and I've enjoyed watching you. But at the end of the day, your business and your clients are where they are today because of the work you guys have put in and because of the daily activities that you guys do. So I want to make sure I give a plug for you for that. You definitely would be here without me because you're amazing, you're incredible, and you work extremely hard. So really
Thank
proud of you
you.
guys.
But you know dang well that the second that I start to freak out about anything, you're always my first call. And it's always when I'm at a 10. And you're always my first call. And I'm like, all right, bring me down to at least a 5. And then I can think about this critically. But yeah,
I do
no,
enjoy those calls.
my clients will never see when I'm stressed. They will
Yeah.
never see when I'm having a bad day. It's always you. So you're always like the level 10 call of like, oh crap, this isn't good. So
Yeah.
thankful for you for that. But thank you.
Yes.
That's
You're
that's that's
welcome.
very obviously, besides everything else that went on in conference and meeting a lot of great people and all of that, was there any kind of like outside experiences? I know did you go to the rodeo? And I know you went and got your
So
own cowboy
I
hat,
think
didn't you?
so. The cowboy hat only got wore for one night. Liv and Louie and Zach Gilpin and Amy. I think they all went to the rodeo for one night. I personally didn't. I was having a lot of fun at the conference at the hotel, networking with people. So I didn't want to leave to go to the rodeo that night. I was having a good time chatting with everyone. I think I enjoyed, hanging out with our corporate staff. We don't get a lot of opportunity to interact with our corporate staff throughout the year. Um, especially, the back end individuals who are behind the scenes. Obviously the Tays, the Charis, the Keith, the James, Mackenzie, and I, I hope I'm not leaving anyone out. I'm gonna leave someone out throughout all of this. Um, we get to interact with them, very, very, very frequently, but the staff behind the scenes, we really don't get to interact with a lot. So it was great to be able to see them, see how excited they were to put this conference on. They put a lot of work into it. So it was just a lot of fun. And then I get to see one of my really good friends and mentors, Jim Fischetti, and that was a really fun time for me to actually get to see him in person because we do talk a lot via Zoom. So getting that personal interaction, and then Jolynn Francis, who we get to see a lot. Um, and then she was part of my breakout session that I did, as well as Alicia Alvarez, who was also our moderator for our breakout session. So just getting to see these people from a different, side of things in person. Petya Manning, all these people behind the scenes that put on this conference, they just do really, really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and then obviously I'll address the elephant in the room, but our Bangor office being number 1, which is really
Yes.
exciting. Oh my goodness, I was so excited for you guys. Love those pictures being posted, and tell me what that moment was like, because I bet you that was just electric. That must have been crazy.
Um, it was extremely exciting. It was more exciting to watch John Coda experience that because he has put so much effort into this company and brokerage in the last few years to get us to where we are. John's that type of guy that doesn't take any credit for anything that happens here. He gives it all to the agents, but you can't build what we have without him. He has put in the work. He has put in the time. um, that number that we did to get to number one is just a testament to what he has created here and the culture that he and NextHome bring to the table. So to be able to help out over 1,500 families this year as a company is absolutely life changing. That's
Crazy.
amazing. So um,
Yeah.
that was fun. I mean, to bring perspective, we yes, we were number one in units sold, so homes sold for this year. I think that number was with 610 other next home agencies
Wow.
nationwide. Um, so that meant a lot to us just because of our clients, family, and friends back here that have supported us, helped us get to this. Um, Not that we chase titles or one or two. It's all about the if we help one family or we help 1,500 family, we're extremely excited. Just helping that one family get into a home. It's and to get our clients there. That means the world to us. So we're really 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 excited about that. But we were disappointed a year ago because we did finish number two a year ago by 14 units
Oh
nationwide.
my
So
goodness.
it was it was really nice to eclipse that this year and get to that spot. So
Yeah.
just thank you to everyone back home that's helped us get there because we couldn't do it without you guys as much as we were upstage, on stage celebrating that award. That award really is for our clients. That's their award. And so we're
Yeah.
just very grateful for them.
Yeah, no, and I mean, and kind of like what you said, it's never really a title chase, and I don't think that Next Home as an agency ever starts the year being like, we want to be number one, for Next Home or for Greater Bangor. Everybody in that agency is always just about, I want to see how many people I can genuinely help this year, and how many people I can get across that finish line that they've either been wanting to or dreading to, or whatever it may be. Everybody at Next Home is just so great, and I think that number really shows it too. Just how many people in our community know, care, and trust us with some of their biggest decisions of their lives is just so amazing. And granted, anybody who's an agent and part of John's agency is just truly the luckiest. And granted, I could never see myself going anywhere because Next Home's great, John's excellent. We really just have the full package here, so we are so
No,
lucky.
100%,
Yeah,
100%. And when
yeah,
you get to see it on the national level with everyone else, like it brings it in even more. Like you
Mhm.
really come back from the conference like bleeding orange. You're just so I don't want to say drink the Kool-Aid because it's not it's that's really not what it's all about. It's a true genuine feeling of this company and what they put out there. It's if you go back and look at any of our pictures and videos, you'll you'll feel it too. It's really a special organization.
yeah. No, and it must be nice too because I think that you specifically too, and especially with being a coach this year and with all the courses that you took with gym and all of that. Being able to put faces to the names sometimes is just so helpful. And then being able to create those connections on Facebook and Instagram and all this other stuff is just excellent. So granted, like our circle of next homies just continuously grow, but of course a lot of them we really only meet on social media, so it's really nice that we all get to come together once a year to kind of put the face to the name and then really kind of connect with those people, which is great. And it builds our circle even greater, which is awesome. So
Well,
but it sounds like
naturally,
you guys had a lot of fun.
we did, and like you said, we want to connect with these individuals on social media and connect with them throughout, a weekly basis because when we connect with these individuals and they're seeing our stuff on social media, they're sharing it too. So not only are we syndicating with the hundreds of websites we're already syndicating with when we list property, they're showing it to their clients too. So they're out there promoting our product just as much as we're promoting theirs. So if anyone, I had one of our clients reached out to me last week and he just said, "Hey, Tim, looking to move to Florida this year. Can you help connect me with a next home agent down in the Florida region?" And I'm like, I'm actually sitting with them right now. So
Perfect.
just that connection to be able to help, so not just in the state of Maine. When you move to, we've got agents nationwide that we can help you with. And I can honestly tell you, I've met them personally, and they're phenomenal human beings.
Mhm.
And so that's just the humans over houses that has that national impact there.
That's great. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, overall, it looks like you guys had a great time, and we're all so excited for Vegas next year. I know that that's
Vegas,
going to be
yes.
so much fun, and the
I've
countdown's.
already booked my ticket.
Did you? Okay. See,
Yeah,
I was looking at mine last night and I was like, I need to link up with him and see what he's doing. But yeah, I need to do the conference ticket and then I'll just do flights and stuff like that afterwards. But yeah,
yeah.
no, I am gonna be there or be square next year. So I am excited.
A lot of a lot of fun stuff that is going to come out this year. Still more things to come that we'll reveal as they happen. Um, but the sense of the conference was just an overwhelming joy nationwide to hear everyone. I didn't hear a single person talk about how their market was in desperation. So we hear a lot of fear factor with that stuff. The thing that we heard a lot of is listing inventory is still low everywhere. So I didn't hear anyone mention that they had an abundance of inventory. Everyone was, kind of talking about what you were saying. We've got a lot of buyers, a huge abundance of buyers right now, but no homes to sell them. So that seems to be the nationwide um, topic right now. Um, and one of the things, that a lot of people talk about is that their clients are still investing. And I was actually talking to a lot of individuals about our rental properties here in Maine, and people cannot believe how well our rental market is doing. That was one of the topics of conversation all week, was with how our multi-unit properties and investment properties are doing. So if you're in the market to purchase a rental property in Maine, that's one of the things that a lot of these out-of-staters were just amazed at some of our pricing,
Yeah.
and what our properties are actually generating for that rental market. So that's a huge plus in the equity line, for anyone that's an investor looking to invest or has invested. That's a huge, huge, huge number nationwide right now that a lot of people were talking about. So Maine was a huge topic of conversation as far as those things at conference, which is a positive.
Yep, we're not vacation land for nothing. Trust me. All of these out of
No.
state people, there's always a draw here. It's beautiful. Our coastline is gorgeous. People love our camping. We have plenty of clients from even in New England too that still want like that little bit of getaway and Old Orchard Beach and Southern Maine, and then all the way up to you guys in the Bar Harbor area. And like, there's some income to be made, especially if you want to, do short or long term investment here in Maine, which is awesome. So
Well,
that's
Uncle
great.
Keith made a joke too, and we love Uncle Keith Robinson. He's absolutely hilarious. And in his opening remarks, he joked that those of us from Maine that were there, because we're actually one of the most attended offices at conference. We brought 30 people this year, which I think was the highest attendance for offices
Mhm.
nationwide. And so we always get a shout out usually at the beginning from Keith or the speaker. And he joked and said, hey, you Mainers that have traveled all this way, he said, just because your great 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 grandparents, wagon wheel fell off doesn't mean you have to stay where you are right now. He said, just put a couple tanks of gas in your car and get somewhere warmer. Just stop wherever it is. But he
That's
joked
funny.
about that, but in reality, we're here for a reason because this state is so beautiful. It's amazing. It's the way life should be. We absolutely love living here in Maine. Like you just mentioned, we've got vacation land everywhere. In the summertime, it's just, I was talking to
Yes,
someone, they go, yeah, I get to swim year round. I go, yeah, but you know what? I appreciate the summer season so much more. It makes
I
it
do.
that much special. I love watching the leaves change color in the fall, welcoming spring in. And winter's beautiful at the beginning. It gets old after a while,
For the
but
first couple of
at the
weeks,
it
yeah.
is, it is beautiful at the beginning. So, we're here for a reason. And the reason is we love this state, and everyone here does have the opportunity to leave, and they're choosing to live here, because it is just a great place to live a life. And
Yep.
so I think that is something you know, to hang our hat on. And it resonates with a lot of people that, yeah, we may joke about our state from time to time, but the truth of the matter is we love it here and we wouldn't have it any other way.
True. True. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, and I'm obviously excited to get back on the podcast train here
Yeah,
for a weekly thing. You and I both, our schedules here have been a little hectic, obviously with
I know.
conference and work and all that other stuff. So I'm
We wanted to
excited.
go live last week, but I don't think anyone wanted to see me, at the pool hanging out. So we didn't put that one live.
Well, you know what? I don't think anybody from Maine wanted to see you guys at the pool because the second that you guys sent me a picture of how nice that weather was, I was like, I'm leaving all the group chats. I'm getting out of here. I was like, I'm jealous, but
It
now
was
that you're back, I guess
surprising
we'll
hot.
talk to you.
It was really hot.
Oh my gosh. Well, jealous, jealous. But hopefully Vegas will be nice and hot next time when we're out there as well. But who knows?
Mixed
Um,
reviews about that. I'm hearing it does get cold in February in Vegas. I had no idea of
I
that.
know.
So, but you know,
Ugh.
we'll make the best of it. It'll be a lot of fun no matter what.
Yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But any closing notes about conference, obviously, before we wrap this up?
No, I just, want to thank everyone that was out there that made the conference special. If you interacted with us and we connected, we're just very grateful for you and the opportunity. Obviously, I couldn't name drop every single person that we met with because there were just way, way, way too many to name. But, just know that we're grateful for you. We appreciate you. Please like and share this podcast and drop us a line so we can continue to connect with you. We want to make sure that we're, networking with our next homies nationwide. If you want to jump on the podcast sometime, let us know. We would love to have, anyone from around the country that feels they've got something to bring to the table to this podcast. We would love to have you. And just overall, thanks for a great week. Thanks for being an incredible family to us. Um, and I use that word a lot, family, because it has so many different meanings. Really, if you connect with us in our life, you're our family, and that's how that word um, really goes down for me. It's not about being a blood relative. It's just about if you're a person in our life that cares about us and wishes us what you're part of our family forever, and we're extremely grateful for those relationships.
Yeah. No, awesome, awesome. Well, like I said, excited to get back on track here. What do you think we're going to do for our next one? Do you think we should bring somebody in to our next podcast on Tuesday?
I think everyone right now wants to talk banking. Banking is obviously there's a lot that's happened over the weekend, and we don't have enough time to dive into that today. Um, but I do think we want to bring banking in
Yeah.
because there's been some scares recently, and a lot of people are frightened. And all the local banks have released statements of obviously trust and understanding,
Mhm.
and so I think maybe we would want to go that route next week just to kind of hit to home kind of what's going on
Perfect.
nationwide and what the couple incidents that have happened, what that means for your local market, if anything, um, and just let people kind of have some facts about what's going on instead of hearing it. At the end of the day, everything is hyper local, so
Yep.
have faith in your local products. And if you ever have any questions, um, you hear something going on, reach out to us so we can connect you with a professional that can get you the answers you need. But don't live in fear. There's an answer for everything, and I think that there's a lot of great things happening right now. So the market's gonna be
Awesome.
great this year. We're really excited for it, and we think we're gonna have a great spring and summer market.
Perfect. Perfect. No, and I think the same way too. But thank you guys
Yeah,
so much
thank
for
you.
joining on our podcast today. Please, please, please subscribe on our YouTube channel, our Spotify, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and don't ever hesitate to reach out to us if there's something that you want to see here on our podcast, or if you just have questions real estate related or even not real estate related, just let us know. And you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you guys
Awesome.
next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Bye.